Today we're going to take a look at all of the free content coming to ESO with Update 50. This will be available to every single player. You won't have to have any kind of ESO Plus or purchases to be able to access this content in Update 50. This stuff is free for everyone. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. First up is the Guild mail system overhaul. Guilds can now send mail directly to their members through the guild interface. You get up to 5 active guild mails, a 14-day expiration on that mail, and the guild leader can grant mail sending permissions to other ranks. They said this came straight from the ESO Guild Summit. This is going to be great for communication, event planning, and making sure everyone in your guild knows what's going on if you have any kinds of activities. I know not everyone always reads the guild message of the day, so this is a good way to make sure that all guild members know about anything going on inside of the guild that they are in. Next up is the Path to Adventure. This is a new player golden pursuit for brand new players or returning players under level 20. And after Cold Harbor, the game will now walk you through some of the core systems, things like sky shards, mounts, bag upgrades, and exploration rewards. They said this was to smooth out the onboarding process for new and returning players under level 20 and to kind of help them understand the game without feeling overwhelmed. The Mages Guild Transmute stations will now be available in most major capital cities. So if you are someone that does not have access maybe to a transmute station of your own in your own home, or you're not in a guild that has one, or maybe you're not in a guild at all, you can go to these, of course, different capital cities inside of the Mages Guild and find these transmute stations if you need to transmute any gear. So this will be helpful for a lot of players out there. There will be a new Mages Guild themed transmute station icon to show you where these are located. And also for everyone out there that is a housing fan, there will be a matching furnishing version of this new transmute station as well. They said this will make transmuting easier, faster, and way more accessible for all players. They will also increase the AFK timer in the character creation screen. As of right now, it is 5 minutes. In Update 50, that will be increased to 15 minutes. So if it's taking you a while to create a new character, or the one thing that we all know about trying to find a name the game will take or that someone else does not already have, that can be a bit of a frustration. And sometimes, of course, if you're on that screen for too long, it will kick you back out to the main screen. You have to start all over. So the addition of some extra time here will be a big help for a lot of players making new characters. You can now deconstruct exemplary items. This is a big one because that's going to lead to less clutter in your inventory or bank. You can either break these down or sell them for gold. This was a long requested feature. Now the devs in the stream did say that you can get a chance to get some material back from some of this stuff. But the way they worded it, it does not seem like every time you break down an exemplary item, you will get something back from it. You may or may not. So just be aware of that. They are making some big improvements, as we all know, to the werewolf class, but they're also making some small quality of life improvements for the vampire and werewolf. Returning vampires and werewolves can now pick up the bite quests again. So there's a lot of players saying that they don't have access to that, that is not working since Update 49. That should be working for everyone in Update 50. You will also have the option to flirt with both vampire and werewolf NPCs that you talk to, of course, if you're doing the quest. And if you need to cure your vampirism or, of course, your werewolf form, when you go to the priest now, that will be free. It used to cost, I can't remember how much, maybe 200 or 300 gold to cure that vampirism or your werewolf form. That will now be free for all players if you do decide to cure it. So this is something they said to kind of just clean it up and make it a bit more simple. Daily quest limit is doubled. So if you pick up 50 quests right now in game, that is all you can hold. But once Update 50 launches, you will be able to hold 100 quests. This will be big for people that are maybe grinders of events or, a lot of daily quests every single day, crafters, if you do a lot of dailies and your daily crafting writs. I know that a lot of people are thinking, I don't even hold 50 quest right now, but there are a lot of people out there that do have a lot of quests on them at all times in their journal. So the ability to hold more will give you more freedom and less restriction, and a lot of different ways to really be able to play how you want, because now you can go out and pick up to 100 quests at a time. Motif Improvements. Motifs in the Crown Store now show where to get them in game. If you ever wondered where a style drops and you've seen it in the Crown Store, you will now be able to get that info from those items in the Crown Store, which is huge for anyone that is a crafter, a collector, or someone that is just maybe chasing certain style pages. You can actually see where these come from, and I think that is a big quality of life improvement. Improved companion XP rates. Companions will level twice as fast, and the rapport boost XP even further. So leveling up a new companion will be way less of a grind going forward in Update 50. Of course, challenge difficulty, or the Overland difficulty system, is coming very soon as well. This will allow for players to pick what kind of difficulty they experience in Overland. So this does not include things like trials, of course, or arenas or dungeons, but this includes all of your Overland content or your story content. You can choose to stay, of course, at the same difficulty level that you are in game right now, which is the adventurer difficulty, or you can go all the way up to some different tiers to where you max out at Vestige, which is the hardest difficulty in game. So this is a big one for players that want a bit more of a challenge, but it is also completely optional. You do not have to do it, and you can pick and choose, of course, what difficulty you want to play on at any time. Veterancy for PvP players is a brand new 100 rank PvP progression track. This will be completely free for all players. You earn progression from alliance points mainly, but also from PvP XP. You can get things like outfit styles, ability styles, titles, Tevlar, stones, merit marks, crafting satchels, and vengeance perks in the early ranks. This is one of the biggest PvP updates ESO really has done when it comes to anything that you could get for grinding out PvP. Players have been asking for this forever, and they're finally, of course, adding this in. So a brand new 100 rank PvP progression track is going to be really nice, and it is, like I said, free for everyone. Some class and combat changes. Of course, we've talked about all of the class mastery changes coming to the game here on the channel in Update 50. Each class will have 5 new class mastery passives they can pick from. They can choose 2 to slot into their build, and these are made to make sure that your pure class builds feel just as strong or stronger than your subclassing builds. So this is going to be interesting to see, what kind of builds people can come up with now, because you can go back to a pure class build and use some of these class mastery passives, and some of them seem really, really good. This is a big win for all players. Whether you want to be a pure class build or a subclass build, you will now have that choice to do either or. And last but not least, of course, the Werewolf visual refresh. We've talked about that a lot here on the channel as well. But clearer animations, better transitions, a more modern look. The new look of the Werewolf is a lot different than it was size-wise, how brutal it is. And of course, we got a lot of upgrades to the abilities and everything like that for just way more polish. So I think the Werewolf is going to be a big kind of thing that people go for or use a lot in Update 50. It looks like it's going to be pretty interesting as long as everything stands that's going on right now in the public test server, and it seems like so far so good. That's everything for the free content coming with Update 50. There's a good bit of quality of life improvements, new systems, and stuff really just to make the game smoother for everyone. To me, it's not quite as much stuff as we got in Update 49, but there's still a lot here, and I'm glad the devs are really adding in these quality of life improvements, these refresh things they're doing, the new passives for, of course, pure class builds. Each and every single update, it seems like we're going to get a lot of stuff that players have been asking for a long time, and I think that is great for the community. Leave me a comment, let me know what you're most interested in within Update 50, and of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.